Hi, Bunsen. It's been a while since we've talked, hasn't it? I mean, it's not like, well, it's not like you can hear me, but well, maybe you can. I'm told you can, anyway. I don't know really. I don't know what I believe about souls in heaven, hearing the living and all that. But I really need to talk to someone, and you're all I've got. At least on some things I need to talk about. What with Jingles with him being gone, and you being gone. But what I've got to talk to you about has to do with you, and doggone it, everything is so messed up, Bunsen. Everything used to be so simple. How did it get so hard? It used to be we'd just get together, the three of us, you, Jingles, and I, and we'd do a show. That was our lives. But now, Jingles is all high and mighty, and you're dead. I'm all alone. Not really alone. I mean, Sylvester's here, Ginny too. Then there's that idiot Horace. So you've still got a full house, even if it is an awkward kind of full with Horace around. You see, Bunsen, Horace and I, we've agreed to a contest. The winner of the contest gets a date with Ginny. So far I'm winning it, but Horace is so much stronger than I am. I just don't see how I'm going to pull it off in the long run. Normally for a date, I wouldn't think twice about losing. After all, what's a date, right, Bunsen? But Ginny, she's kind of... You knew that, didn't you? I'm sure you did. She was your girlfriend after all, for a long time too, so you knew just how special she is. After spending so much time over here with her, I'm starting to see what you saw in her. At least, I think I am. So all of a sudden, I want to win this contest. I really want to win it, Bunsen. The thought of Horace going out with Ginny just makes me want to break him in two. I just don't know if I can win it, Bunsen. I don't know if I can beat him. I don't know if I can.
Is someone talking in here?
It's just me, Mrs. Bear.
Oh, hi, Lazar. Your TV station just called here a few minutes ago, looking for you. I didn't know you were here, but I took a message for you anyway.
That's all right. I don't really feel like talking to anyone right now anyway. What'd they have to say?
Just that your set is due for demolition this afternoon. If you want to come down and take those pictures of it beforehand, you'd better do it soon, or else it'll be too late.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. They are replacing the set and giving me, a new one. Since Jingles is no longer on the show, just too busy for it, I guess. More things changing on me. Another thing gone forever.
Are you alright, Lazar? Do you want to talk about anything?
I'm alright, Mrs. B. It's just that so much has happened lately. It's a lot to take, a lot to handle. I guess I should go over there and see the old set for the last time. It's my last chance to, say goodbye to him, it, I'll see you later, Mrs. B. Doggone it, Bunsen. Why did you have to go and die on us? Things were so much better when we were a threesome. You, me, and Jingles, the three musketeers, all for one and one for all. Then you go and die and Jingles goes crazy and I'm all alone. That is all I have left of you, and now they are taking that away from me too. All because Jingles doesn't want to do the show anymore. If Horace wins this contest and gets Ginny, I won't even be able to go over to your house to see her anymore. Everything, every part of the life I knew and loved will be gone forever. Everything. Why is this happening? Just why? Why is everything changing? Why is it changing for the worse?
Hi, Lazar.
Jingles, oh, hi, what are you doing here?
I got the same call you did. They were tearing down our old set, putting up a new one for you, so you could continue on alone with our show. If I wanted to come down and see it, I'd better do it this afternoon, or else I'd never be able to see it again. So, here I am, here to say goodbye to an old friend.
Yeah, me too.
So what are you doing here, with this mess around you?
I just wanted to do something here this morning on our old set. Bring it home afterward. A memento of a former life, maybe. I can't bring the set home with me, so I figured I'd put something together and bring that home with me. Just a reminder of what was, what I used to have. I need that right now.
You always were the sentimentalist of our group.
You were the practical one. Bunsen, he was the impulsive one of the group. Impossible to control. At least in the beginning. He sure did change towards the end, though. I don't know what came over him, but whatever it was, sure is doing a lot of good now. That can't be started. Those kids are doing great, all because of him. His memory lives on long after,
Yeah, he'll always live on in our hearts, Lazar. We'll never forget him.
Jingles, why did you leave the show?
I've got new responsibilities elsewhere, Lazar. It wouldn't be fair for me to commit to anything that I don't have time to do. The show, it just isn't as
Important?
vital as other things I'm involved with right now.
That's all you'll tell me?
It's all I can tell you, for now anyway.
I see. Actually, no, I don't see. I don't understand it at all. First you sabotage Ginny and me, trying to save Sylvester. Then you jettison our show. You do all this without even telling me why. I'm just supposed to sit here and accept it like a big goof.
I'm sorry, Lazar, I really am. It's just that.
Never mind, Jingles, never mind. So much has happened lately, so much has changed that when it comes to you, all of this, it's not as vital as it used to be. It doesn't bother me as much.
If that's true, then I'm glad to hear it, Lazar. Unless that means there's something going on in your life that's even worse. There is. Something is bothering you and it's big. Come on, Lazar, give. You never could hide anything from me.
Dang it, I couldn't, could I? Why did we have to grow up together?
You might as well tell me what it is. You know I'll just guess it like I always do anyway.
Oh.
From your posture, and the size of this mess. And the fact that you've put on weight, I'd say it's a girl.
Jingles!
The only girl you've been hanging around lately is Ginny.
Jingles, please.
You've got a crush on Ginny?
Jingles, please. Leave me with a shred of dignity.
What? There's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure Bunsen would be happy that his best friend and his girlfriend got together.
You think so? You really think so? You don't think he'd be angry?
I feel safe in saying that he'd be happy to know that his favorite girl was being looked after and protected, especially from a big goon like Horace.
You think Horace is a jerk too?
I don't think he's a jerk, Lazar. I know he's a jerk.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Ginny is so trusting, she gives people the benefit of the doubt too much, even Horace.
You're not telling me she actually likes him.
Let's just say she doesn't dislike him as much as I think she should.
Oh, so the rumors I've heard about a contest are true. The winner gets a date with Ginny.
How do you find out?
Sylvester told me.
I'm going to have a talk with that kid.
Never mind him. He and I are good friends. I'm sure he didn't tell anyone else. Sylvester is still kinda shy around strangers. We're family.
Even so.
Well, Lazar, considering where we are, and the fact this is the last time we'll be able to use this set, and the fact the library is still online.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I knew this day would come. I have one all picked out.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Well, for old time's sake, I suppose.
For old time's sake.
Okay, Jingles, what have you got to show me?
I don't know what you're feeling in your heart, in your head, or in your soul, Lazar, but there's a lot of different kinds of love to be felt. The kind of love that's felt for friends, for objects like this set. There's puppy love, the love of family, the love of money, the love of vice. Then there's the real thing.
The real thing? What's that?
Mature love, Lazar. Selfless love. The kind that God's given us to have for one another. The kind that's talked about in this short.
I still can't believe you have one on hand. Now, today, for this moment.
Before we start, let me ask you one question that's been bothering me since I walked in here, Lazar.
Sure, Jingles. What?
What on earth are you putting together?
Oh, this? It's supposed to be a gorilla, a do-it-yourself statue. Lightweight, of course, easy to move. But it doesn't look like what it's supposed to, does it?
Maybe you just need a helping hand, Lazar, and things will get a little easier.
Maybe.
Let's the both of us work on it together while we watch this short, and see what we come out with.
For old time's sake?
Yeah, Lazar, for old time's sake.
Do you want to say it or me?
Go ahead, Lazar, you always did say it best.
Look towards your view screens and learn.
I love you, Nora. Do you love me?
Oh, I don't know, Jack.
You're the only girl I've dated in 2 months. We get along fine. You do love me, don't you?
I think so, but I'll have to think about it.
Hello, dear.
Hello, Mom.
Have a nice time?
I'll say. Jack's awfully handsome and such a smooth dancer. Mom, how can I tell if... how did you know when you were in love with Dad?
Oh, I've been in love several times before. I got so I could recognize the symptoms.
Several times?
Mm-hmm. And each time I thought I'd found my Prince Charming. Most people fall in love quite a few times in their lives.
Well, then, how can you tell when you're really in love?
Well, I'll have to think about that. Let's save it tomorrow, shall we?
All right. Good night.
Good night, dear.
Most people fall in love quite a few times. I wonder if Jack knows that.
I tell you, Bob, I haven't dated any girl but Nora in 2 months. We're really in love.
Uh-huh. And you were really in love with Betty and Mary and Alice and I don't know who else. And there'll be others, I suppose.
Oh, no. That's over with. You know, Bob, Nora's the prettiest girl I've ever known. She's just as beautiful as...
Beautiful. And you think that's all that matters? Oh, hurry up and get in bed, will you?
Bob, did you feel this way when you fell in love with Jean?
Oh, look. I've felt that way lots of times. The trouble with you is, you don't seem to understand what love is really about. You young punks go to the movies a couple of times, do a little necking, and you think you're in love. I've never seen anything like it.
All I wanted to do was ask. You don't have to get sore about it, do you?
Oh, I'm sorry, Jack, but look at it this way. You just haven't been around enough to know what love really is. Believe me, it's nothing like the slush they give you in the movies.
Well, I don't know, Bob.
That's right. You don't know. Maybe you would understand better if... Say, I've got an idea. How'd you like to double date with Jean and me tomorrow night?
Why, sure, Bob. That would be swell. Sure you wouldn't mind?
Not if you let me get some sleep now. Good night.
Good night.
Oh, Jack, that sounds like loads of fun. See you tonight. Goodbye. Guess what, Mother? Jack and I are going on a double date with Jack's brother Bob and his girlfriend. They're engaged and so much in love. Jean has the most beautiful diamond.
Oh, that's fine, dear. I've met Bob. I think he's awfully nice.
I do, too.
And speaking of love, weren't you and I going to talk about that today?
Yes, we were.
I've been thinking about your question and, well, suppose we look at these snapshots together,
Snapshot?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do they have to do with love?
Oh, I was just thinking that they might help you to understand how your capacity for love grows and develops just as you grow and develop. Here, look at this one.
Oh, Mother, did you have to keep that?
You know, in a way, you were in love even then. Every baby loves its parents for their care and protection. Of course, some people expect that care and protection all their lives. They never grow up. But it is a kind of love. Now, compare that with this picture.
Oh, that's the boy who used to live next door. My, how he did love his teddy bear. Love?
That's right. That's a kind of love, too. Possessiveness. A love for the things you own.
Some of us never get over being possessive when we're in love, do we?
You're beginning to understand. Now, here's a snap that shows how we learn to return love by doing things for others.
Well, what about love of our friends? Isn't that a stage of love?
Yes, I think it is. Here, look at this.
Why, that's Betty and Ellen and Ann. I took that picture with my first camera. Oh, I know. There was a time when I wouldn't look at anyone but my special friend. I guess that was a stage of love.
Yes, and boys go through a similar stage when they stick together in gangs and won't have anything to do with girls.
We soon changed that.
Now, let's see. Oh, do you remember this picture?
The captain of the football team. That was 2 or 3 years ago. He never knew how much I loved him. I guess he never knew I existed at all.
Well, we all go through crushes like that on teachers or sports stars or movie stars. Then after a while, there's a stage that some people call puppy love.
Why, that's Morris. I'd almost completely forgotten that.
Remember how important it seemed at the time?
I'll say.
And it really was important as a part of learning how to love and be loved.
I think I can tell puppy love. Oh, look, there's the couple who met at camp last summer. I certainly caught them.
Yes, and that's another stage where the physical side of love dominates. Sometimes this is mistaken for mature love, but there's a difference.
Mature love. That's a new way of thinking about it. How can you tell when love is mature?
Well, mature love is more settled. Mature love has something of the other kind of love in it and something more. It's tender, unselfish, cooperative.
When I get serious about somebody, Mom, I want to have that kind of love.
That's a good idea, dear. And if you aren't sure, you can always ask yourself some questions. Are we really interested in the same things? Do we feel at ease together? Are we proud of each other? Do we agree on the basic things such as religion, marriage, children, money, and so on?
Thanks, Mother. I know that'll help.
I hope so, dear.
Are we really interested in the same things? Do we feel at ease together? Are we proud of each other? Are we agreed on basic things? I wonder. I'm going to watch Bob and Jean, see if they have a mature love.
I've never seen a Chinese doorman before in my life. We've been here for quite some time.
Oh, I'm having a wonderful time. I've never been here before.
Oh, we're so glad you could come. This is one of our favorite spots.
Yes, we sort of found it together, you might say, and we come here quite often. Oh, the real Chinese dishes are over here.
Thanks, Bob. Oh, Bob, look what came today.
What? Oh, the season tickets for our concert series.
And guess what? You're going to have to sit through another concert by that young French pianist you didn't like.
You mean the same one we saw last season?
That's right. Maybe this year you'll agree with me that he has real talent.
Well, maybe, but only if he's improved.
Oh, Bob. Well, at least we'll have fun debating it.
Do Bob and Jean have a mature love? Are they interested in the same things? I'll say they are. They seem to have so many things to talk about and do together.
Say, Nora, talking about music, have you heard the new recording of the Brahms Violin Concerto?
Well, no. I guess I never really learned to appreciate classical music.
Uh-huh.
Are Jack and I interested in the same things? I wonder. Another question Mom asked. Do we feel at ease with each other?
You know, there's no telling what we'll get, but I'm willing to take a chance if you are.
Oh, that's the fun of it, Bob. What about some of this watercress salad?
That's a fine idea.
Bob and Jean certainly are at ease with each other. But what about us?
Well, I've made up my mind. I'm going to have the leg of lamb.
Oh, well, I thought it would be fun to try a Chinese dish.
That's all right if you like that stuff. Me, I'll stick to the lamb.
Well,
Oh, come on, Nora. Take a chance with us on the lobster Cantonese.
oh, I'd like that. No, I don't always feel at ease with Jack. He's so unpredictable. I guess I am, too. We don't really know each other. And Mom talks about being proud of each other. I wonder if I could ever be as proud of Jack as Jean is of Bob. Not right here and now, maybe. But he does have his point. When he gets out on that ball diamond, anybody would be proud of him. But I wonder if we'd ever agree on basic things.
Jack, do you know who I saw today? I saw Bill Johnson and his wife. You know, they've got a fine pair of little kids. They dress them up like cowboys.
Oh, kids are such fun. Don't you think so, Nora?
Well, Oh, here's the waiter with our soup. Children. Oh, we've never talked about things like that. Or religion, or marriage, or money. Bob and Jean really understand each other. They do have a mature love.
Nora,
Jack, about our talk at the dance last night. In the garden, you know. Well, I guess after seeing Bob and Jean, I think that love, a real mature love, is more than I'd imagined.
I guess so. On Bob and Jean, it looks all right. But
We're not ready for that kind of attachment, are we? But we can still have a lot of fun, can't we?
sure we can. Would you like... How about going roller skating next Friday night?
Oh, Jack, that's a wonderful idea. That's the kind of fun I like. What time?
About 8:15.
Oh, swell. I'll see you then, and thanks for this evening. Good night.
Good night.
Wow, something went wrong. Somewhere.
It sure doesn't look like a gorilla.
If it does, it had an operation at some point in time.
Yeah, I guess it did.
Even so, it's not a bad statue.
We worked on it together, too. On the last day the old set stands. That makes it not a bad statue.
Yeah, I guess it does.
I'm going to put it in my room, right next to my bed.
Does this mean you forgive me for quitting the show? For what I had to do? I mean, what I did about Sylvester?
Something tells me that whatever the reasons you've got behind what you're doing, they must be pretty darn good. I used to think you went crazy, that you'd lost your mind, but after today, I know that isn't true. You're still the same old Jingles. I don't know, something's different about you. I can't put my finger on it. But yeah, all is forgiven, Jingles. All.
That makes me very happy to hear, Lazar. More than you know. More than I could ever say.
I'm glad you came here today.
I'm glad too.
I'm glad you even showed that crappy old short.
It was pretty bad, wasn't it?
Jingles, come on. That kid who was supposedly so in love with that girl on his nightstand. He had a picture of a completely different girl. What was up with that? He must not have been so in love as he claimed if he had a picture of someone else next to his bed.
Low budgets and bad producers. What can you expect, Lazar? We always did the best we could with this show, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. But I did get your message with that flick. I know that what I'm feeling for Ginny isn't what that kid was feeling for the girl with the big nose.
And just how do you know this, may I ask?
because Ginny and I never have a shortage of things to talk about. We have many similar interests. When we go out together, we always have a great time. When we've danced.
Wait a minute. You've danced with her too?
Yeah, I guess I have.
Wow, you really are growing up, aren't you? I'm impressed, Lazar. I'm happy for you.
That's nice to hear, Jingles. Most of the other kids would just tease me.
You know better than that with me.
Hey, Jingles.
Yeah? What is it?
Phone message for you.
Shoot.
Something about Jason and a batch of carbuncles. I didn't get the rest.
Don't ask, Lazar. Just please, don't ask.
I wasn't intending to.
I better get going. If I'm gone from Mervin's house too long, he floods it.
Sounds like a handful.
He is. I mean, it is.
Never mind, Jingles. I need to get back to Bunsen's house and continue the contest. I have a feeling I might just win this contest.
Might? You better win. What would Bunsen say if he knew Ginny was going out with a moron like Horace? You do whatever you have to do to keep that from happening, Lazar, you hear me?
Wow, Jingles, I didn't know you cared so much.
It's just, I want you to be happy is all. And Lazar...
Yeah, Jingles?
If you ever need a hand, like with the statue, sometimes life can be a little difficult at times. But with a little help, it can be easier to piece together.
Then when you get it together, you get a surprise or two.
Yeah, sometimes I guess you do.
Okay, Jingles, I'll remember that. You'll more than likely be hearing from me soon enough. Take care, my friend.
Take care, my friend.
No, Mervin. That's a naughty Mervin. I'm not letting you in this room until you promise never to do it again. Don't you take that tone with me, young man. Using that kind of language won't have any effect either. I've been around too long to be affected by it. Begging won't help you either. You are not going to flood this house one more time, Mervin. I've had it with the floods running down the stairs. I don't care if this is your house. We all have to live here, and your floods are ruining the lives of those under this roof. Now go paint the stairs. They desperately need it after the last 15 times you flooded them. Oh, darn it. Who can that be? Nonsense. They don't sell door to door, Mervin. Oh, forget it. Whomever it is will just have to come again. I'm too busy to deal with anything but this mess. Oh my, it's Ollie. He's returned to us. It appears he brought an old problem back with him as well.